Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. So I'm not really sure how to preface this video. It's kind of just one of those random things that popped into my head and I want to talk about because I think this is a common mindset way of thinking for a lot of people who struggle with disordered eating habits and an eating disorder and/or eating disorder. Let me bring up my notes on this topic. So I know I do a lot of videos talking about fear foods, but I haven't really talked about just the general fear of food that I think a lot of people struggle with, especially struggle with understanding the fact that you're afraid of food, or people can't understand how a person can be afraid of food. Not just specific things, but just food in general. And for a really long time, I got into the habit of putting off eating for as long as I can. And I think a lot of people struggle with that behavior because of the fear of food. I think some of the fears that are associated with certain foods are like negative emotions. These are bad foods. If I eat them, they'll make me bad, cause me to feel guilty and ashamed, and shame and guilt and embarrassment are feelings that we then punish ourselves by doing, more detrimental behavior, and that just continues the cycle of negative emotion. Suddenly there's this association with food as if I eat too much, if I eat the wrong things, something bad is going to happen. There's this unknown consequence to our food choices. I want to dispel a belief. There's like two parts to this idea. The first is whatever I ate yesterday is going to influence tomorrow. Number two is if I eat something early in the day, that sets up the rest of my day for failure. A lot of people like myself put off eating even when our bodies are growling in hunger and shouting at us, physically shouting at us to put food in our body, to fuel our body, and we ignore it for as long as we can. I used to beat myself up if I gave in. And if I gave in too early, like if I gave in before noon, I have ruined the rest of my day, which means I've probably ruined tomorrow as well. I just want to say how untrue that idea is. It is such a blatant lie. Our food choices do not have to influence how we feel about ourselves or how we feel the rest of the day. It's food, it's fuel, it's good. It is good that we fuel ourselves. The action of consuming food is good because we are doing something healthy. We are doing something right for ourselves. And it is so toxic to think like this, to think that by taking care of myself, I have ruined my day. I have ruined my tomorrow. How sick is that? As horrible as it sounds, it is also helpful to realize how sick our minds can be and to realize how our minds can trick us. It's okay to say, I am not well. I do not think well. I have false thoughts that are influencing me in a negative way. This mindset, these behaviors, they need to change, and I can only change them by acknowledging them. It has taken me so many years to get to a point where I can eat breakfast, and I don't, not just restrict, but completely hold myself back from nourishing my body until late at night, when suddenly it's okay to eat. There is no perfect time to eat. The perfect time to eat is when our body tells us it needs to be fed. It is the perfect time to eat when we think something sounds good. The time on the clock means nothing. The numbers on the clock mean nothing. It took a lot of self-reflection and being very critical of the fact that I was allowing food to decide how my days were going to play out. I had to be harsh with myself and tell myself to stop and tell myself, you're going to eat this at 11 a.m. and you're going to eat again at 3 or 4 p.m. and then you're going to eat again at 6 or 7 p.m. You're going to do these things. You might not want to do these things, but you're going to do these things because it's going to set me up for success. It is not going to set me up for failure. It is not going to ruin my day. It is not going to ruin my tomorrow. And it's not going to ruin the day after that. I decide how my day is going to play out. And food is just a part of that day. If I eat pizza yesterday, it doesn't mean that today is going to be bad because I ate something that has been deemed bad, making me bad. That's not how it works. I can eat pizza yesterday and have a wonderful day yesterday and have a wonderful day today. I can eat ice cream 3 days in a row and it doesn't mean I've failed. There is no failure. In fact, ice cream I see as a triumphant success, especially if you can eat it 3 days in a row, or 4 days, or 5 days, or every day. There's never a wrong time to eat ice cream. Let's just put it that way. You don't need to be controlled by food. You don't need to fear food. It does not decide your emotion. Emotions are reactions. You then get to decide how that reaction influences your life. Some foods, yes, are scary. They are. There's a lot of things tied into certain foods, like I said, feelings, negative memories, and all of that. But you get to decide how that plays out now. Memories are memories. Negative emotion is just negative emotion. I don't want to use the word control, but you have more say and control over your feelings and thoughts than I think we give ourselves credit for. We hand the power over to food and then we let it destroy us when we can take the power back. We can take it back and say, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to live in a way that sets me up for success every single day. That means eating things that I am scared of. It means eating when I don't want to, but know that I should. It's about doing things that make us uncomfortable and push us out of our comfort zone and really just embrace life. Like I said, I didn't really have a organized structure to this video. I just thought of the idea, popped in my head. I wanted to talk about it and kind of just let myself, stream of consciousness and just let myself, word vomit out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. I don't mind. If you are not subscribed already, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of all future uploads. And thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed thus far. I really do appreciate it. So thank you. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye!